Hello guys, Ivanshi here. I'm going to draw a picture of Rumi step by step. It's a tutorial. First I'm going to put a line here and then here. Now it's time to put some more lines for the jaw lines. Just like that. Now I'm going to make the ears. Now I'm making two more lines for the neck. Now I'm going to make a little bit long line for the eyes so I can measure them properly and I can figure out where's the right place of the eyes. Now time for the nose and for the mouth. Now just like that. Now I'm making the braid of Rumi and Cake of Demon Hunters. You can just make a heart for her braids. Now I'm making the pupils. Now time for the eyebrows, and you have to make your eyebrows very beautiful because it's almost like the main part. Okay, you are halfway there. Now time for her jacket, and you have to make that part of Rumi a little bit wavy, the hoodie of a jacket. Now the braids. Now time to erase your drawing so that you can do the inking. I'm just rubbing it. Now time for the inking. I'm using a black pen. Make sure to use a black pen. Make sure your lines don't go out. Now I've done inking. Now time for the pupils. Or first, I'm just going to do the eyelashes first. Eyes are like the most important part of every face. It tells every emotion what we are having. It even tells the gender. Just like that, I'm going to finish the eyeliner. Now time for the pupils. I'm making smaller ovals inside your pupils. And I'm using my pencil for the shading part. Make sure you don't do this mistake like me, which I have just done here. The eyes are done. Make sure your eyeshadow is not that dark. Now, eyebrows. Now I'm making the nose and I'm shading it. Now I'm going on to the ears. Just make the inside part of the ears darker than the outside part. Now time for the lips. Make the upper lip a little bit more darker than the lower one. Now I'm making some lines on the buns. Now it's time for shading. You can use a finger for shading or you can use an earbud. But spoiler alert, if you use your finger might get very dirty, black, and it could even ruin the drawing. So it's better to use an earbud. I just love shading. It's my favorite part. It makes the character or the portrait look so real. It gives depth to it. I'm using the eraser for showing the light from which part it's coming from. The buns are almost completed. Do you know from which movie is this character from? Now I'm on the braids. It was a bit difficult to do the shading part on the braid and the buns. It was the most difficult part in this portrait. Have you guessed it? This character is from K-Cup Demon Hunters. And this character's name is Rumi. Now I'm doing the shading part below her neck, below her face, chin. Moving on to the jacket. It was also difficult to shade like the hair, braid and the buns. Now I'm going to shade a darker part of the jacket. Okay, now it's time for the lighter part of the jacket. It was taking lots of time. Now finally I have done the hoodie. Now we are more than the halfway to complete this drawing. Almost. Now I'm going to write my signature. Finally, this drawing is completed. Do you like this drawing? Tell me your favorite character from the Hunter X. My favorite is Mira. Next I'm going to draw her. Thanks for watching. Don't